with the billing systems and insurance and all the other stuff that they have to do that they don't want to do, that they hire admin staffs to deal with, right? So what we're actually doing is we have groups of doctors that are working with us on the user interfaces for the system so that they're designed to be something they would be interested in using, right? So that's part of the process that we've been going through here. Yes?
Well, you've been talking about analytics, which is dealing with very quantitative sets of data.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the big decisions that we make in
Qualitative.
culture are qualitative.
Yep.
And to what extent is what you're talking about extendable into making qualitative decisions to help us allocate resources for improving quality of life or doing that sort of...
Yeah, the system's really built, in our understanding of the human brain is kind of similar. Is there's many different parts of the brain, there's many different parts of the system that deal with different types of algorithms. I didn't want to get into a lot of internal workings of it, but there's different learning algorithms. There's some are qualitative, some are quantitative. And what gets interesting is when you start to combine qualitative and quantitative outputs and using those to derive, a decision or a next best action kind of thing. So it's a combination of both.
It does learn qualitative.
Yeah, the whole idea of natural language understanding is a qualitative thought, not a quantitative thought, right? Yes, Don?
Is there more than one Watson? And if not,
Yeah, there are. There's about a half a dozen systems that are built right now. They're not that hard to build. They're very hard to teach, like most kids. Right. Yes.
What kind of protections is IBM doing to protect this proprietary product?
Well, there's a lot of patenting that goes on behind a lot of it, but a lot of the work, has been based on a lot of published research as well. A lot of the theories behind what's in Watson were published when I was in college, but the technology wasn't at a point where you could implement the theory, right? So a lot of this is just technology catching up with what people have been working on for a long time. And what's interesting about Watson, it wasn't one idea brought forward, it was the combination of many, many different lines of research brought together in one system. And that was really the creative part of it. Yep.
How do you bring into this system, it now has all the reports and studies in English, how do you bring in foreign language?
There are, we are working on this. There are computer programs, even Google has one where you can do Google Translate, right, to translate language. The problem that gets hard is when you do translating language, you lose nuance, right, and that becomes a difficult part of it. So there's still a lot of work to be done on that. We think we can get to, the European Romance languages the easiest, right, because one, there's a lot of similarities between French, Spanish,